Hello, good vibers, and good day. It is your girl Asta Joy coming at you with another video. On this channel, we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace. So if you, my friend, are one of those amazing beings that are spreading these good vibrations to the planet, then hit subscribe. Know you're in the right place. And good vibe fam, let's just hop into today's video. So on today's video, we are going to be talking about racism. And this is very interesting. I know, as I said, on this channel, we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace. And it is a quite very spiritual channel. So why are we talking about racism, you may ask? Well, my friend, we do live on a 3D Earth plane, and there is a lot of duality here. So racism is another form of duality that we have grown accustomed to living. So I personally wanted to talk about myself a little bit and then talk about the collective overall. So we're going micro and macro. So let's jump in, talk about me for a second. I am mulatto, so I am half black, half white. And because ever since, I think it was the 3/5 law or something like that, pretty much if you have any black in you, you're considered fully black, from what I can see, or light skin. Anyways, that is I'm gonna pull that to the side for a second now. Growing up, I was homeschooled, and my mother, which came from Jamaica, taught me and my 5 siblings everything we needed to know all throughout elementary and middle school. Growing up, I didn't have any friends because I didn't go to school, so I only interacted with my siblings, and of course we did other clubs, but we only talked to each other, you know, during that time. So I spent a lot of time alone, did not realize racism was a thing. Growing up, I realized how blessed I am now, currently, to have a family that has both sides of the cultures. And I won't say that they are the extreme of the poles, but I will say that they are quite different sides of the family, and I'm very thankful to be able to see this contrast. I'm going to let my dog Jedi out because you can hear him. He's just always just being a little... All right, back where was I? So, I wanted to just say that growing up, I talked to strangers a lot because I thought it was normal. I mean, everyone was a stranger to me, so obviously I saw people talking. Strangers talking. There's a stranger there. I'm gonna go talk to them. So race never was something that I really thought of. I did realize that my skin was different color than my parents, and I thought maybe it's because I'm adopted. Maybe I hadn't gone out in the sun as much as some. But, you know, I never really thought anything more or less of it. I acknowledged that it was just kind of the color of their skin. And it wasn't like something important. I'm not saying the color of your skin isn't important, but it really isn't. You know, your skin does a lot. Just let it keep all of your organs and blood in. It doesn't need to be outed for its color, okay? Okay. Now here's the deal. A few years ago, I discovered that my great-grandparents were slaves in Jamaica. And I found that very interesting because it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but personally, has it affected me? Yes, it has, because I'm here right now. But have I personally been a slave? Do I know what it feels like? Not in this lifetime, not in this body. Thank the Lord. What I will say is that I really did not have any knowledge of racism until I went to high school. And I think that is very interesting. Never really thought much about the skin colors of others, but I am seeing that there has been some injustice. And with this injustice, we must be aware that everyone has suffered injustices through their life, but it is really about how you react to them, okay? If you react to them. Okay, if you are acting in a mindless state of lack and vicious victimhood, then perhaps you are just telling everyone that you are a victim and you feel like your part is to continue to play the victim. But I'm here to tell you, friend, it is not. You are not a victim. Don't play that part. That's quite silly. And to allow yourself to forgive. I have worked at many places where the people are racist. I love where I love where I work. I work, in Long Island. I've been a lifeguard for 6 years now, and I have met many people. I have met many people throughout my life, which have made me realize that there are racist people in this world. I think the best example is at the town pool I work at, which I love. It's very diverse. There's a lot of different cultures that are there. So many different languages. I remember there was this older couple that came. I think it was the 4th of July, and they were just really complaining about the state of the pool, saying that it was very dirty. And I'm not gonna lie, the pool staff doesn't do the best job at cleaning the pool, if I'm gonna be quite honest. But they weren't referring to the actual pool, they were referring to the people. And they just made a complaint to my boss about how the pool was a bit dirty, and the people that were enjoying the pool that day were the reason that it was dirty, because they were of African and Hispanic origin. So I was just sitting there, me being the only colored lifeguard in that pool, and I was just kind of watching them. And I didn't even talk to them. I just heard this complaint. Of course, my boss was not having it. And obviously, we're not going to kick out anyone because someone's complaining. If they don't want to be there, then they can leave. But this is what I'm saying. This is just the state that my mind was just like, whoa. I have to remember that I live in Long Island and I live in the suburbs, and that before it was integrated, I live in a neighborhood that was used to, this neighborhood is used to integrate more colored people into a school. Of course, it's not as crazy, but before it was a little wild, in the suburbs, when they really didn't want the integration to happen. So there were some crazy stuff that they did that was a little shady that I'm learning about. Do I believe it all, though? That is the thing. I'm not going to say that I don't give the people the benefit of the doubt, but I am going to say that I am not surprised, because humanity is kind of shady. But why? Why? Are we really going to say that people are dirty or they're less than us because they don't look like us? Are we really going to go that route? I just don't know. I love everyone. Love all of those colors of the rainbow. Give me the Skittles pack, I will eat them all. But I just don't understand how some people really just don't get through their heads that, you were born okay? We were all born here. We didn't really, once we were born, get to change anything. It was already there, okay? And if we keep in mind that we chose to be the way that we are on this earth and to be in the families that we are in, then perhaps we can just put down any thoughts about race at all and just really look at the beauty of life. I have to say that, personally, I want to say that being a woman of color, knowing that statistically women of color get paid a lot less than, let's say, men of not color, well, it's very interesting. There is a certain level of strength that you feel like you have to have because the whole world is apparently really racist at you and treating you poorly just because you were born that way. Now, that doesn't sound very nice, but apparently that's what's happening in the world, and you, my friend, already know that I will grab life by the balls and I will yank it down if that is where I am going. Just joking. Huh. Alright, now I want to talk a little bit about the riots that have been happening. Never been a better time, right, during this time where everyone has been in their house for 3 months, and now everyone is coming out of their house, and things are getting a little crazy. Now, I don't want to get too into what I have seen because I know that right now we're on split reality timelines, and that if you focus on, let's say, Holocaust Part 2, then that's what's going to be manifesting. So, needless to say, we're just kind of swiping that idea to the side, away, giving it to the angels to be transmuted. But the second outcome is it's not as pretty. You still need to do some active work, but what the protests are doing is beautiful. I am seeing that they are quite peaceful, and I know that I'm saying they're quite peaceful. I must be a psychopath, because if you've seen any of the video footage, then you might say otherwise. But I want to acknowledge that right now being a cop really does suck, and I would probably be a little scared for my life, I'm gonna be quite honest, because, you know, I know that we are trying to strive for equality or something like that, or justice, and I think that that is very noble. Yes. I think that we are not going to get there by clumping everyone into one genre, including cops. Not all cops are good, not all cops are bad. Sure, there are some cops that are just cops because they like the power that they are given. And sure, there are good cops. There are good cops, there are bad cops, okay? And there are good people and there are bad people, okay? There's good black people, good white people, good Hispanic people, good Asian people, and then you also got the bad side to everything, okay? Like, we didn't already know that. Now, here's the deal. I'm really just hoping that my fellow colored brothers and sisters see that whatever you do, do not go into that victimhood mindset no matter what happens. Literally, no matter what happens. Even if someone's life is taken, as has happened, do not let that bring you down into a victimhood mindset. Don't let it bring you down into a mindset where you feel like you have been attacked. And I want you to know that even if you feel like you have been attacked, because trust me, we all have, and maybe a lot more than others, I want you to know that the most powerful thing you can do, my friend, is to be peaceful. The most powerful thing you can do is to just know that you're in the right, okay? To know you're in the right, you don't need to demand anything else. Though, I will say that sometimes you do need to shake the table in order to get your food. So, do it in a peaceful way. Be respectful. Know that you're in the right, and if you're really in the right, then you won't see the need to use violence to express any of this. I think that another thing that really needs to be snipped is this, I don't want to say slave mentality, but you know what I'm talking about, brother. Like, I am so tired of seeing these people act like they are slaves. It's like that learned helplessness, okay? We need to unlearn that helplessness, because that is those are the chains that are holding us back. The chains of our own self, our own mind, our own self-worth, telling us that we're not worthy of doing what we love, telling us that we'll never be able to earn an income that will support us, because they're all A, B, C, and D lined up against us. And I think that one thing I will acknowledge is the endurance and the strength that, we have. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good rant. Stay strong, Wakanda forever. And if you like this video, press that thumbs up so I know so, and of course can continue to make more videos like this one. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.